ESPN 2 presents Paintball USA. Brought to you by Tippmann Pneumatics, makers of the accurate and dependable Pro-Light paintball pistol. And Air America. When the game is on the line, go with the best. And by Vents Goggles, high performance vision.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Deuces coverage of Paintball USA. I'm David Sparks, and we've come all the way to the Disney MGM Studios to find out how two teams who normally compete in rural wooded areas are going to make out in a setting like this. Joining me today is the Michael Jordan of paintball, Mr. Fred Schultz, who is actually the spokesman for the National Professional Paintball League. Welcome to the show, Fred.
Thank you very much, David.
First of all, talk about the teams that you have assembled here, Fred.
What we have is I brought my team from California. They travel all over the world doing this professionally, and we brought 7 of the upper echelon manufacturers here. We wanted to bring them all in, but obviously there's not enough room to do that, so we picked these 7 to do this with.
And what a natural setting. The streets of New York. It has to offer some special challenges.
Is this incredible or is what? It's just unbelievable. I can't even believe I'm here playing on this.
Everything but pretzel vendors and muggers.
And they're coming in later for you, just like I told you earlier.
Okay. You know what? Let's take a look around at the playing field and talk about how you're going to line things up today.
You lead and I'll follow.
In a situation like this, there is only one paintball pistol to have. The Tippmann Pro-Light by Tippmann Pneumatics.
One of the most important aspects of playing paintball well is a reliable propellant system for your pistol. The last thing you want in the field is to freeze up, run out of air, or have to worry about being penalized for a fast pistol. With the Air America system, I get up to 1,100 constant, accurate shots with absolutely no problems. The system has never failed me. With Air America, I get the most reliable propellant system on the market today. I don't even play unless I have an Air America system. I'll see you on the field.
In a situation like this, there is only one paintball pistol to have. The Tippmann Pro-Light by Tippmann Pneumatics.
Okay, Fred, I'm armed and ready. Before competition begins, why don't we go over the playing field? Right now, it's broken down into 2 streets.
Right.
We have Constant Pursuit on New York Street.
Correct.
And we have the Corporate All-Stars over on Brownstone.
That's right.
All right, why don't you walk us through?
You betcha. The field is set up in a triangle with 2 streets leading up towards the top. As you can see, we have 3 large vehicles on the field and a whole series of bushes, rocks, and barriers for the players to hide behind. And another twist we have, David, is there's an alley that connects both the streets together, making a shortcut for either team.
I noticed that the bus, for example, is parked sideways in the street, which is very characteristic of New York.
There you go.
Nothing changes there, right?
There you go. And
Okay,
it's on the curb also.
So, all right, so you're behind a barrier like this,
Right.
and it offers, I'll pull the plug out of the barrel here, so it offers a kind of a barricade, like you're saying, and a guy can get out, get a shot like this.
Just exactly like that.
How am I doing so far?
You're doing terrific. You're doing
Okay.
terrific. I think you just eliminated a tree, as a matter of fact, so you're doing a great job out there.
All right, Fred, strategy.
Well, David, we're playing the best 2 out of 3 series. For the first 2 games, a single flag will be placed in the center of the field, and the object of the game will be for a team to advance to the flag from their starting point and hang it on the opposing team's base. And always remember, we have the alley, David. If you have a tie after the first 2 games, we'll play a 3rd game, which is going to be just a little bit different from the first 2. Instead of 1 flag, 2 flags will be hung at the starting points for each team. The object of the game is for the team to advance to the other team's base, get the flag, and return it to their own starting point.
Okay, I noticed I marked this off prior to the beginning of this whole activity, and I noticed that there are exactly 50 yards down New York Street, 50 yards down Brownstone. So the area that you're covering is identical.
That's what you want.
One little keynote here, there's an alley that combines the 2 streets. Now talk about the strategy there. You can roll around and come up from behind people.
Exactly. Well, what that does gives it a little added touch. You know you have to come down both streets, but by having that, it's not that you can bring both teams all the way up to where the flag is, because you have to watch your back door, meaning the alley. So any team that they advance too far, they can go through the alley and come in from the back. So it makes it more strategy that way. It's a lot harder to do that.
Fred, look out. Duck.
Oh, look out. Go on. All right.
Boy,
all right.
You never know.
Yeah, just like in New York, too.
I'm really getting into this. Anyway, last question for you.
Sure.
In terms of strategy, is there going to be a lot of just kind of holding off, waiting for people to expose themselves? Is it a waiting game?
Yeah, what it is it's actually both. To start with, the game is angles. The whole thing is angles. You need to get the angles on opposing players all the time. So if you go up and you get in a stationary spot and you get somebody keying on you, you're not going to move. So you need to move to get a different angle, or move one of your team members in to take the heat off you, so that you can move and get out of a bad spot.
So you're saying patience is a virtue?
Patience is a virtue, that's
right. With a paintball player, it's a must.
Yeah, just like that. You've got 10 minutes. You don't need to do it all in one. So,
you ready?
I'm ready, sir.
Okay, let's go.
What do you say?
If you've been running for years,
if you've just started running,
even if you've been thinking about running, Runner's World, the world's #1 running magazine, can help you enjoy running and keep you running so you'll look and feel terrific.
Runner's World will help you lose weight fast
and show you the foods that can boost your energy.
You'll learn secrets for building speed and stamina from top runners and their coaches.
Plus, sports medicine breakthroughs and easy stretches that help prevent injury.
You can get into fantastic shape with just 20 minutes of running 3 times a week.
Call now and receive a free issue of Runner's World.
As a special TV bonus, you'll also receive our exclusive guide, 250 everyday health tips for runners, and a personal training log free.
If you're not thrilled with your first issue, simply cancel and owe nothing. If you love Runner's World, you'll receive a full year, 12 issues in all, plus your free tips book and training log for just 3 easy payments of $5.99. That's 49% off the cover price.
Call 1-800-641-4433. 1-800-641-4433.
I'm an Australian kid. Being physically active is in my skin. There are days where it's more intense and there are days that it's less intense, but I'm always active. It's not a fad. I don't do it in order to keep in shape for business. I do it because it's part of me. I think in life it's really important to be a player and not a spectator. Sometimes it's difficult, but it's worth it.
ESPN2, people who do.
You know, just like any sport, before play begins, a little warm-up, so the players kind of limber up, check out their equipment. They're actually calibrating the markers. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But first, I want to see if we can get Fred in here just one more time. Your team is Constant Pursuit. What are you thinking right now, Fred?
Well, I'm thinking a million things. Number one, concentrating on getting enough people down that way without letting them come through this alley. They come through the alley and get a back shot on us, we've got some problems. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to secure the alley with a couple guys. I'm going to take 5 guys, go up that way, and just, it's a matter of time now. We have to sit and pick a little here, pick a little there.
The guys that sit back and watch the alley, would that be defense, essentially?
Well, basically what our plan is, seeing that the other team can't hear it right now, we're going to go up, and after we get everybody secure up there, they're going to see that most of our forces are there, so they're going to have people up there trying to defend against us. What I'm going to do is drop people back at that point in time. We're going to try to blow through the alley and come in and get them in a crossline.
Good field commander. Okay, good luck to you, Fred.
We're going to give it a hack anyway.
All right. Now, Randy Camilla, which is actually a little bit of a play on Woods. This is Randy Camilla.
How are you?
Who is a player. I'm fine, thanks. You play for Constant Pursuit as well?
Yes, that's
but
right.
You're going to help us out in the first game by commentating. Now, tell me something. You ever done any play-by-play
No, it's
before?
going to be all new for me.
Well, fortunately, paintball isn't new to you. Okay, game just about to begin between Constant Pursuit and Corporate All-Stars. Randy, what are they thinking right now?
They're thinking, where am I going and who am I going to see when I get there?
Gentlemen, goggles on, goggles on.
Okay, so get it going. It's game faces.
They're getting all pumped up. They really want to play. This is the first game of this series, and they are really pumped.
Barrel plugs out. Barrel plugs out. Good luck, gentlemen. Put it in. Go. Did you come here to win? Yeah. You're going to play hard. Yeah. Go back.
Getting pumped is never a problem
Here
for
they go.
paintball players.
Opening moves. Every team has taken up positions.
Firing paintballs already. Is this not a little early, Randy?
Well, what they do is they're just sort of shoot at anything that they can see, or if they think they see somebody. Here we've got Jim Anderson taking cover behind the corner there. He's out of he's actually out of range right now. He's got a good spot.
I've been playing now for about 8 or 9 years, and I find that I'm really hooked on the game, and I'll probably stay hooked on it. It's a lot of fun. You should try it.
Behind the taxi cab.
Bill Gardner, captain of the All-Americans, is behind the taxi cab.
There's just nothing out there that matches paintball. It provides something for everybody. The intelligent people work the strategies. The athletic people jump the bunkers.
What's the time?
And look at who's popping off a few rounds. Who's this?
Fred Schultz is in the back there. He's laying down cover for the guys up in front. He's way in the back right now. He's just reloading. Each one of those loaders holds about 100 rounds. The feeder on the top, that purple thing there, that's called a VL2000. It's a motorized loader. It holds 200 paintballs.
And so these are semi-automatic. They can pump them off with the finger action.
Right. They don't have to pump or anything. It works real well here.
Now tell me about the referees.
The referees, the referee's job is basically one of safety. The players are pretty much honorable. They know when they're hit and when to go out. But a lot of the times they can't really tell. Sometimes the shots go on the back or the arm, sometimes at the top of the head. So the referee is there to make sure that they're out. I'm down here in the alley. This is a really crucial spot right here. The alley essentially connects both flag stations at a very, very short distance.
Hey, be careful in there, Dennis. Be careful.
And Fred said earlier that he was going to post a couple of guys there to stand guard to see if there was some infiltration.
Right. That's one of the corporate all-stars. Just got pushed back from the alley, and now he's behind the cans there. It looks like the CP guys are pushing that alley pretty hard, even though it's early in the game. Here we have a CP player. He looks like he's standing out in the open, but actually what he's doing is he's working the angle behind that bus there.
And he's trying to lob paintballs into the guy behind the taxi behind the trash can?
Actually behind the taxi.
Okay. Now you can see as the paintballs go flying by.
I got the cover. Cover now. Going.
Here now we have a corporate all-star player right
at the flag.
Right at the flag. He's right at the flag. He's behind those rocks, and everybody is going to be raining paint down on him in just a second. It looks like Rainey Boucher, editor of Paintball News, just pulled the flag. They've got a flagpole. Now he's going to try to take it back to get behind cover, get in a better position.
He's back. He is unscathed in terms of being hit with paint.
It looks like he's clean. It looks like he's clean.
Now what's the ref doing down there?
The ref is checking him to make sure that he doesn't have any hits on him right now.
Okay. And he's being covered by the man behind the taxi.
He's being covered by Bill Gardner, Captain All-Americans behind the taxi. He's going to pull back to let his teammates know that he has the flag and to provide cover fire for him.
Incidentally, I noticed that Bill Gardner was up on the running boards of the taxi. Presumably that's so that the paintballs can't come under the taxi
Right.
and splatter him with
If
paint.
Bill puts his feet down, they can fire underneath the taxi and shoot at him. Fred back here
must be sweating.
Fred's sweating now. He knows that he's got to do something big time now.
Okay, what do we got over here?
Here we have an eliminated player. He's took a hit, and so now what the referee did was he put the flag back on the center flag station.
The guy who had the flag
was eliminated.
So
right.
It goes back onto the
It goes back on the center
and it's
flag
anybody's
station.
game.
And it's anybody's game.
And the corporate all-stars are now down one man at least.
Right.
We know of.
It looks like they're down one. Could be two. Okay. Okay. Here's another corporate all-stars out right there.
What do we got going down here?
This is the alley. They're still fighting through the alley. Now Fred has just turned his attention from firing down at the taxi to into the alley. So he's shooting across the alley now. And here comes constant pursuit.
Okay,
pushing
constant pursuit
right through the
alley, as they said that they might do.
Right through the alley. As soon as they turn to their left, they'll have the backs of the corporate all-stars.
They now have control of Brownstone Street, do
right,
they not?
they've got Brownstone Street, and now pretty soon they'll have the corporate all-stars in a crossfire up Brownstone Street and down New York Street. It'll get pretty ugly. Bill Gardner's still hanging out of the taxi cab there.
He's kind of
I
stranded.
don't think
Nope. In comes the referee.
Oh,
Looks
here
like
he goes.
he's been hit.
He got shot out from the back. And
they have just taken the constant pursuit has just taken the flag.
Now constant pursuit has a flag, and they will now bring it all the way around.
Carrying it.
Here comes Bart with the flag. He's going to bring it all the way down the street.
Looks like
and
the
hang
game
it
is
on
over.
The All-Stars flag station. And here we go. Game over. Just on the flag.
To the victors go the flag, and
Right.
constant pursuit is the victor in this
Right.
case. Is that not right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you give me a little analysis, Randy?
Well, Fred did exactly what he said he was going to do. He said he would wait for the first couple of minutes. He'd set up his players. He'd try to see if he can get some eliminations to weaken the other team. And then he was going to regroup his forces and push right down the alley, and that's exactly what he did.
He mentioned earlier that patience was going to be on his side. Using patience, staying cool seemed to have worked.
That's right. That's right. Not getting too involved or too enthused into the game. You can overrun your cover. You get shot up that way.
Okay, we're going to take a short break. Thank you very much, Randy.
Okay, great.
Be careful, be careful.
One of the most important aspects of playing paintball well is a reliable propellant system for your pistol. The last thing you want in the field is to freeze up, run out of air, or have to worry about being penalized for a fast pistol. With the Air America system, I get up to 1,100 constant, accurate shots with absolutely no problems. The system has never failed me. With Air America, I get the most reliable propellant system on the market today. I don't even play unless I have an Air America system. I'll see you on the field.
Question. What do hockey players do in the summer?
Roller hockey international.
Question. What's the fastest thing on 8 wheels?
Roller hockey international. All the action. Hold the ice. Roller Hockey International on ESPN 2.
Thought we'd take just a second to duck out of the way in front of the police station. What safer place than in front of a police station to talk about the paintball marker. And basically, there are three elements to this. There is the propellant element, which is a CO2 cartridge, which is basically sitting here and allows you to mount the paintball marker like this and shoot it just like a normal rifle. The second element is the barrel through which the paintballs go. And finally, we have the loader. You may have seen at some point guys reloading. They put the paintballs inside, pop that down, and there it is ready to go. Now, these are very interesting. The maximum velocity of a marker like this is approximately 300 feet per second. That's how fast the paintball moves. You just pull the trigger standard style. So as you see the players running around and shooting, you now understand what's happening. If you want to get involved in the game of paintball, this little baby will cost you somewhere in the neighborhood, I am told, of $250. Now, let's examine the paintball itself. This is a gelatin-coated ball of paint. So there's paint inside, gelatin on the outside. The gelatin is made of the same stuff that they coat vitamins with. So I'm told that if you do get hit with a paintball, it doesn't hurt very much. Anyway, that's the story on the marker. I hope you're enjoying the show. Let's try this thing. And we are back. If you may remember, Constant Pursuit won Game 1. It is now a whole new game. In the second game, there was a coin toss, and believe it or not, corporate all-stars elected to stay on Brownstone Street because they felt that they knew the strategy better. Joining me in the announce booth now is Fred Schultz. Fred, how do you make Game 2?
Well, we're playing Game 2 just a little bit different. I'm trying to keep the strategy the same, but as I noticed playing Game 1, that we had more trouble up front than we had back by the alley. So basically what I'm doing is I'm bringing more people up to the front and using less on the alley right now.
I notice that you're saying I'm bringing up, and as though you're still out there, but you're not there. You're actually in the announce booth. So obviously you left strict instructions.
Without a doubt. My co-captain's taken over, and he knows exactly how to run it.
Okay, talk about some of the action.
Well, to start with, as you see the man that's behind the cab and everything up here, he has a man that's directly, there's a bush behind him, and it is so hard to see when you're from our vantage point. You cannot see either one of those, but yet they can trail balls in on us. So that makes it really hard to get around that bus. That's one of the tough parts of the game right now.
For that kind of a thing, is he lobbing balls up in the air, kind of a grenade-style approach to it, or is he just firing randomly?
Well, basically what he's doing is where they see a person they want to take, and they try to keep enough paint to keep that person down. As long as they keep that person down, as you see right over there, it gives one of our players a chance to move over and get another vantage point.
So this man right here is doing what?
He right now is reloading. Yeah, and he is behind the bus right now, and he's just sitting waiting for an advantage point. Now looks like we have an elimination right now.
One of the all-stars out.
Yes, Todd Nessler from Vents just got eliminated. There goes another one. We have Jimmy Anderson just got taken out also.
So another all-star out?
So there's two all-stars out right now.
Which makes Pursuit clearly in command of this game.
So far. But I'm telling you, the game can turn at any time. That's the problem with it. Sometimes overconfidence is worse than actually a hard fight to the very end.
Okay. Okay, taking a look over here, we have one of the all-stars.
Sure do.
Who's spraying...
Actually, you have a couple of them right there. You have Billy Garner right there, and what they're doing is they have the men, once they come in and they get in behind the brush where the two garbage cans are, they keep them pinned down. You can have 3-4 men behind one barrier, and as long as they can't come up and do anything, they're no good in the game whatsoever, and that's what they're doing right now.
Now, here's one of your guys kneeling in the street. What's he doing? He's guarding the alley.
He's guarding the alley. We have other men inside the alley, and he is what is known as a backup. He is a cover fire man, and he will sit there. The man up front will be taking the heat, but he will actually stay behind a barrier until this man here tells him he can come out for a clear shot.
And at the other end of the alley, one of the All-Stars.
The All-Stars is trying to keep them pinned. His objective is to keep our men from coming around the corner and coming in, because once you're in, you're on their backside, and then they have some problem.
By the way, Fred, you mentioned that some of your commands are in Swahili. Is that
Without a
mean your
doubt.
co-captain is yelling Swahili commands too?
They certainly are. Just like they say moja. Moja means one of the opposing team members is out. If you hear any call with the kafua behind it, like a moja kafua, that means that a concert pursuit player is eliminated.
Okay. A couple of your guys pinned down. What are they doing here?
I have no idea. It looks like we've got some problems. They shouldn't really be hanging out that far right now.
Reloading.
Yeah, they're reloading, but I don't understand their positions right now. Those are men that are normally in the alley.
And now we're back in the alley again, taking a look. A referee kind of observing.
Yeah, he's checking something out. That's kind of strange. You know, the first game, as you noticed, we were right up on the corner of that alley, and we were firing through. Right now, I don't see anything coming through.
Yeah,
that
except
kind of
an All-Star making his way through the alley. Somehow he must sense that that's clear.
Something's wrong, because the All-Star should not be walking up like that. It looks to me as they're setting up to do something, but I'm not quite sure just yet.
Are you nervous for your team right now?
A little bit. You know, it's kind of hard to sit here and watch stuff like this unfold.
Armchair quarterback.
Yeah, just like that. You know, actually, the best laid plans can go wrong, and any team can beat any team any given day, David.
Okay, one of you guys just ran around the bus and is now coming back.
They're making a push in towards the flag right now. They're making a push in towards the flag, but he's too wide open.
And he got hit. Just as you said, he was too wide open. He got hit. Meanwhile, the flag is left unattended.
It's still hanging. We have another man going for it right now.
There he is.
Uh-oh.
Fell.
Yep.
Boy, I guess that's part of the problems with playing on the street. And it looks like he must have gotten marked as well. So he's out of the game. His marker has gone flying in another direction.
His name is marked, too, and I think all it hurt is his pride, to be honest with you.
Okay, that's good to hear. Okay, it looks like there's being a penalty assessed. Okay, tell me what happened in the assessment of that penalty.
What happened was a player was eliminated, and after you're eliminated, you must put a barrel plug in before you go to the elimination zone. Looks like we've got some problems. I see Tim. Tim is gathering up, and they're bringing people up.
Okay, one of the All-Stars again. That is Tim. Yeah, he's running around.
Yeah, they've got something going on here. We're at the 2-minute warning right now, so I don't know. What they're doing is they're coming in through the back.
Oh, they're going through the alley.
They're going through the back.
Going through the alley.
There's my last player. He's eliminated.
Your last player is gone. It looks like the All-Stars have completely covered the playing field. Obviously, now they're going to the flag. They got the flag.
There goes the pole. It's going in.
And it looks like this game is over. Corporate All-Stars will win. You're depressed, Fred.
That was a heck of a game. You got, like I told you, any given day, any given team can beat anybody. And these guys are not pushovers. They're excellent players. My hat's off to them. I'm going to go shake every one of their hands.
They must have missed their captain. We'll be back.
In a situation like this, there is only one paintball pistol to have. The Tippmann ProLite by Tippmann Pneumatics.
One of the most important aspects of playing paintball well is a reliable propellant system for your pistol. The last thing you want in the field is to freeze up, run out of air, or have to worry about being penalized for a fast pistol. With the Air America system, I get up to 1,100 constant, accurate shots with absolutely no problems. The system has never failed me. With Air America, I get the most reliable propellant system on the market today. I don't even play unless I have an Air America system. I'll see you on the field.
talking some football tonight. The number for you to get involved on the program is 1-800-98-TALK-2.
Yeah!
Johnny, you're on Talk 2.
You're a wanted man here in Nebraska.
Johnny, let me tell you something. Good to have you smack right here on Talk 2.
Enough is enough.
Even that can't help you this time, Scrubby. The horror. My God. What a tank. Talk 2. If you're a scrub, don't bother.
Jim Rome on Talk 2. Live every weeknight at 10:30 on ESPN 2.
Hello again, I'm Fred Schultz, and I'm back here with ESPN 2's coverage of Paintball USA. I'm out here at a local paintball field in Orlando, Florida, at Arts Paintball Field, and I'm here right now with Mr. Ed Rodriguez and the Orlando Panthers. How you doing?
Oh, we're doing excellent. Having a good time here.
Excellent. We're going to show you just how easy it is for the general public just to come out and learn to play this game. It's definitely the sport of the 90s. You've already seen how we've done it on New York Street. So before Game 3, we're going to show you exactly how it's done in the woods, how easy it is to come out, go get suited up, meet a bunch of nice people like this, and do it. So you guys ready to play paintball?
Yeah. Shot him. His buddy was looking back where Ed was. His buddy was looking on the other side. I shot him. And I kept running because there was a third one. Right. And I ran up around the corner on that guy. He was standing. He was looking at me. He raised his gun up at the same time.
And this is the summer Florida paintball wear.
One more time in the fields of fun and fantasy.
It's just a very fun sport. It builds team spirit. Everybody out here is just really good attitudes. It's fun.
As in any other sport, safety is of the utmost factor. That's number one on the list. When choosing a field, a few things that you want to look for right off the bat is a chronograph. Chronograph, what it does is the paint marker is set up over the top like this, and it measures the speed of the ball coming out, therefore keeping everything consistent so not one player is shooting hotter than the other player. The major thing is goggles. These goggles are specifically made for paintball. You definitely don't want to use a ski goggle or a motorcycle goggle because the lens is not geared for it. On this goggle, as you can see right here, this has got good peripheral vision. It's a scratch-resistant lens. It has air chambers on both sides to keep it from fogging. You have your ears, your cheek, and your throat covered, something that's very, very important in the sport. That way, no injuries whatsoever occur when you have a mask like this on. That's one thing you want to look for sure when you go to a paintball field, is everybody is dressed accordingly and the chronograph is out there. You want to make sure everything's marked off like we're right now in a goggle-on area, and the only reason I'm in here is because they're all plugged up and nobody's doing a thing, or otherwise I'd be on the other side of this wire like the rest of these people are. So anyhow, you've seen how it's gone right now. You've seen a few things to look for when you go out to your local field. Well, what do you say we go play some paintball? You ready?
Ready! Yeah!
All right, so maybe you want to come along with us.
In a situation like this, there is only one paintball pistol to have. The Tipman ProLite by Tipman Pneumatics.
Remember how I've been telling you summer's the off-season at Bally's Health Clubs when things slow down and we have our big off-season sale? Remember I said it's the year's best offer, just $18 down and $18 a month? So why aren't you in here? This is your last chance. You know you need to join, so slowly pick up the phone and take advantage of this tremendous deal. But dial fast, because if you think the off-season sale is going to be on long, you're wrong. Don't miss the best offer of the year. Visit Bally's Health Club today or call 1-800-9-GET-FIT now. And hurry, this offer ends soon.
One of the most important aspects of playing paintball well is a reliable propellant system for your pistol. The last thing you want in the field is to freeze up, run out of air, or have to worry about being penalized for a fast pistol. With the Air America system, I get up to 1,100 constant, accurate shots with absolutely no problems. The system has never failed me. With Air America, I get the most reliable propellant system on the market today. I don't even play unless I have an Air America system. I'll see you on the field.
Well, as you can see, we're all geared up now, and we're out here in the woods, and we're getting ready to do some of this stuff. As you can see, the players are over here, and they're getting ready to play. We have barriers up here. Unlike New York Street, we don't have buses or cabs or anything like that, but as you can see, we've got some wooden structures. And each individual paintball field you go to will have different structures for you to play behind. Some are wooden bunkers, some are sand bunkers. All right, you can see they're giving them a little safety orientation here real quick and getting ready to get this game up and running. Why do you play the sport of paintball?
Well, playing paintball is a good way of getting rid of frustration. It's legal spouse abuse if my husband happens to be playing.
And it's just generally a great sport, am I right?
Yes, definitely.
Excellent. We love to see ladies out here playing the sport.
Yeah, I was trying to cut around him, but he got to a clearing shot.
From there?
Yeah, from there. Good shot.
Who was it?
Well, the other side.
Player in the fort. That man is now alive again.
I got him. He's out. He's out.
Just moving the game along right here. We did one for yours too.
All right. Hey, we got one guy there behind the fort. There. Right there. Right there. Going out of the game.
Hit player. Hit player.
There's one in those bushes just off.
What color you shooting? Black. Black. Yeah. That's mine. The one in the back. That one's yours. The one in the back is mine.
One in the back's yours. I think actually I'm going to shoot myself just so I can have some orange.
You got orange.
Wild right back.
Friendly?
Go for it. No, see, let me tell you something. I came around. I definitely shot you guys first.
No way.
That's after you got shot. You weren't even undercover.
You shoot after you got shot.
You weren't going to be. No, it wasn't after I got shot. I shot you as the pellet was flying toward me. I whizzed sideways in the Karate Kid moves that you know I know. And it passed right by me.
This stuff was just
Can we look at the face first?
This was just
okay. All right. Okay. But let me. This happened 3 games ago.
Oh.
What did you do?
I just ran the flag wide.
100 yards.
100 yards, which I don't do normally.
Was that intense or what? There is nothing like having a great day of paintball with just some super people like I've had the opportunity to do here this afternoon. As you might have noticed when you're out there, the weather's kind of taking a change for the worst here. We're getting a little bit of rain on us here. But some of the pistols are shooting a little more consistent than others. And the reason for that is when we first started out, this is a 12 gram. This is what propelled the pistols to start with. You get probably 15, 20 shots out of something like this. But as the pistols became more high-tech and the semi-automatics, it required more air. So what we did is they went to what is actually a larger 12-gram CO2. Out of a tank like this called constant air, you get probably 400 to 600 shots, depending on the pistol itself. Now, the new revolution that we're coming into is air, compressed air and nitrogen. As you can see, it's got a gauge on it, so you can keep tabs on how many shots you got left. The difference between the compressed air or nitrogen as compared to CO2 is CO2 will fluctuate depending on the weather outside. If it gets cold, the CO2 will freeze up, therefore you're losing velocity on your pistol. Or if it gets hot, you take a chance on your pistol going a little bit hot because CO2 expands. When you take and you shoot nitrogen or compressed air, that doesn't happen. It stays at a very even plane all the way through. So that's a major, major plus for the nitrogen or compressed air. It is definitely the propellant of the future. Well, as you can see, it's starting to rain just a little bit harder here, and we're picking up some thunder now. So why don't we get the Panthers in here real quick? The guys gave me a great afternoon. Thank you very much, Ed. I appreciate it. Did you guys have a good time?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, I'll tell you, I need to get back to New York Street because I got some business to take care of there in game number 3. So let's head back to the studios, and we'll see you later.
Hey, MCI customers. It sounds so easy to get big savings with all those MCI friends and family plans, but first you got to give out a list of names and numbers of your friends and family. Keep that list up to date. And after all that, anytime you call someone not on your list, you won't save anything at all. You may even have to pay up to $36 a year in fees. Why bother? Now, for a simple way to save from AT&T. With True USA Savings, spend $25 a month, subtract 20% off your AT&T bill. Guaranteed? To switch to AT&T, call 1-800-PIC-ATT. Get True USA Savings, then you're free to call anyone, anytime, anywhere in the U.S. and save 20%. No lists, no fees, no hoopla. We'll even switch you for free. All you got to do is call AT&T.
Your true voice.
We are back, and basically this exhibition is knotted at one game apiece. Constant Pursuit 1, Corporate All-Stars 1, and it is now into the third game. Joining me again in the broadcast booth is Randy. Randy,
how you doing,
we have a couple of things to talk about. Number one, this is a two-flag game.
Right.
Number two, the teams have switched positions. I believe Corporate All-Stars are now on New York Street, and Constant Pursuit has taken over the Brownstone Street. First of all, talk about the double-flag game.
In a two-flag game, each team has a flag that they have to defend, and the other team's flag is the flag they go after. When they capture the flag, they have to bring it all the way back to their flag station.
Okay, All-Stars are a blue flag.
All-Stars are blue,
and
Constant Pursuit
is yellow.
Is yellow.
Okay. Take a look at the man behind the trash can.
Here we have a Constant Pursuit player behind this trash can right on Brownstone Street. He's getting ready to turn around the corner there. He's behind the taxi. I don't know if Constant Pursuit has a man behind the taxi yet or not. That's really a key spot.
Again, the paint is flying. Same sort of approach to the game.
Same sort of thing. Oh, here we go. There's one of the Constant Pursuit players, the one we were talking about behind the trash can, is out now.
Tell me what this guy here is doing.
Okay, this player's eliminated. He is in the safe zone. The players know not to shoot him, and he has his barrel plug in his marker.
And now we've got a guy moving around behind the taxi. He is a player for Corporate Pursuit.
Yeah, Constant Pursuit. That looks like Dennis Wolfman. He's behind the taxi now. He's that window's closed, so they can't shoot through the window.
They shoot up and over.
But yeah, he's got to go up over the top. He sees the guy at the end of the bus there, but just can't make the angle to turn around there to get a shot at him.
And cannot expose himself too much. Can't even expose his arm for fear of taking a paintball.
If you get hit any part of your body, even if it's just your little finger, you're eliminated.
Another angle on the taxi right over here. Now, getting back to the alley, Randy, take a look here.
The alley is very, very important in this game because it is the shortest distance between the two flags.
Right. It played a huge role in Game 2.
Yes, it did. when the All-Stars blew right through that alley and took out all the constant pursuit players.
Looks like the All-Stars are getting very aggressive, moving in.
They're trying to turn around that corner there.
Trying to move up.
Right, they're trying to move up to get around the corner so they can shoot right down, back down the other street.
Getting back to the alley. It looks like the All-Stars are trying to make, no, forgive me, the Pursuit is trying to make a move.
Constant Pursuit looks like they're trying to turn the corner there, but they're stopped. It's really difficult to get through the corner the way the angles are. It looks like you have enough room to move through, but then as soon as you stick your head out, bang, here's somebody shooting at you.
Getting back to the taxi.
Dennis Wolf has now moved up from, he's moved from the middle part of the taxi up to that tire there.
And he's reloading.
He's reloading. He's getting ready to see if he can turn around that corner and probably head off to, there's another clump of bushes just on the other side of that. The man behind the bus is trying to make sure that Dennis cannot make the jump from the taxi to the other little clump of bushes, but he's down, and I don't think Dennis realizes it.
When you're reloading, for a second, Randy, when you're reloading, are you particularly vulnerable, as we see?
Yes, you are. Now, Dennis is getting checked by a referee. Let's see here, and he's
got the plug in, he is out. So that means that one guy from Constant Pursuit is out.
Another Constant Pursuit player, and that's a key. He was in a very key position. Now the two players of the All-Stars, well, there's three players behind that bus. They can turn that corner now. If they took the power of their three players and pushed around the corner, they could probably take that taxi
and then try and make their way onto Brownstone Street to get the flag.
Right.
Okay. Again, back to the alley. It is cat and mouse. The Corporate Pursuit players are both shooting a lot of paint into that alley. We don't see the other side of it, so we can't tell what's happening.
Constant Pursuit is just pouring paint down that alley. Here's, this one player has to reload again. That's the second time we've seen him reload in this game.
By the way, the people at Disney are going to have a lot of cleaning up to do.
Oh,
I know it doesn't take much to remove that paint, but
no, it's all water soluble. It's mineral oil, a little bit of detergent, food coloring. It's great. It'll wash right off. If we have another storm like we did the other day,
it'll all be gone.
It'll all be gone.
And while they're contemplating washing, we're going to take a short time out in the action. We'll be right back.
In a situation like this, there is only one paintball pistol to have. The Tippmann ProLite by Tippmann Pneumatics.
Woman Beach Volleyball, served up Tuesday night at 8 on ESPN2. Eat sand.
Okay, we're back. And Randy, tell me what's going on here.
Well, the alley is still hot and heavy. It looks like Denny Tippmann Jr. has moved up about 15 feet, and he's trying to get the angle on the All-Star player. Oh, that's a bad sound. One of the players sounds like he's out of air.
Incidentally, Randy, tell me something as we look at all of these males out here. How much are women a force in the game of paintball?
We have quite a few female players in the game of paintball today, although not as many as we'd like to see. We have a couple of all-women paintball teams. One of them is called the Puffs, and we've also had another all-women paintball team called the Intuitive Fire. Okay. Two very good tournament teams.
And one would think that they are playing on pretty much of an even playing field, since paintball markers are It's not physical strength, in other words,
No,
it's brain.
no. It's brains over brawn, definitely.
Right, okay.
Someone with patience and somebody with quick reflexes, that's what you need.
That's women.
Check his toe! Check his toe, ref! Bart! Bart, you can't move. Get tight. Anyone can front.
That's
All right, getting back to the All-Stars, pinned down behind the bus or
The-
trying to make an aggressive move. Are they on the defense or offense right here?
It looks like they're on the offense. They're trying to push around the bus rather than just trying to hold people off. They've got 2 players there. They're shooting a lot of paint. They're shooting a lot of paint. I see a lot of reloading.
And an All-Star has been hit and has been notified. Now, getting back to the
And
All-Stars.
so now what's happened is the All-Star player that was at the alley is moving up to fill in the position where the player was just eliminated from. If you don't fill in, you can be vulnerable.
And a referee escorts him to the sideline.
Right.
The All-Star.
Making sure he's in the safe area.
Look at behind the taxi. We now have a pursuit player.
There's another.
Again, up on the running board, avoiding
Right.
getting paint on the feet.
Another player's taken the place where Dennis Wolf was. He's trying to get Rennie Boucher out of this bush that's on the other side of this motorcycle over here.
And he's being covered by another pursuit player.
And he's being covered by another pursuit player, making sure that nobody sneaks up on him. Rennie in that bush is just really, really, really having a tough time.
Now, what do we got down here? We have...
that looks like that's Fred Schultz covering the player that's on the taxi. He's covering right now. He needs to lay down fire just to make sure that the person in the taxi doesn't get taken out.
Taking a look at one of the constant pursuit players. Is that's Fred Schultz?
Captain Fred Schultz.
Okay.
He's dropped back to see how the alley's doing. Now he's going to move back up to where the taxi was. He wants to take point up there. Fred's really good because he keeps constant communication with all his players, and so he knows exactly what's going on. Here's Bill Gardner. Bill Gardner is sitting there waiting for the constant pursuit players to come through the alley. He wants them to come through the alley now. He realizes that he can't fight with them there, so he wants them to come in. And as they come out of the alley, he's going to try to pick them off.
Another man pinned down by the taxi. By the way, I'm sure that the owner of the taxi company is quite glad that the paintballs are yellow. It's not distorting his paint job on his
Same
taxi.
color as his taxi.
You bet. 4.
Here's Rennie Boucher is still behind that bush. He's really been bothersome. He's not letting the constant pursuit players get around the outside of the taxi and rush down to the bus.
Let me ask you something, Randy. As I see those paintballs flying through that brush, how much cover does the brush provide, or do those paintballs go right through?
Not much. They go right through, and it's just totally amazing that Rennie Boucher hasn't been taken out yet. He's really thin. Oh, here we have Dennis Tittman Jr. taken out of the alley. It looks like Bill Gardner's plan worked.
And you can see the splat of paint on it. And it looks like...
And it also looks like the All-Stars. They're playing defense.
Yeah, it looks like everybody's kind of backing up.
Everybody's
Is this a
backing
point
up.
where they're going to back up, wait a minute, think of strategy, and then move ahead?
That's exactly what they're doing.
Get their heads together.
That's exactly what they're doing. They need to regroup. They've had too many people eliminated, and so they're trying to regroup. The player on the taxi is in a very, very key spot because he's holding the All-Star team from rushing up that street.
Right.
If he wasn't there, they'd rush right up the street. Nothing that the CP guys could do.
Look up above. Now we have a referee over talking to two All-Star players, right? Or no, one All-Star player.
That was Rennie Boucher, who was behind that bush. He was in such a good spot. Now it looks like Fred will push around the taxi and go down the alley there. Now Fred's coming back.
Still no contact with the flag, by the way.
Still no contact with the flag. Fred's coming back. I think he's heard that the alleyway has lost a player.
And the sound of the horn tells us that there are 2 minutes left in this game.
2 minutes left, so a lot of things will be happening right now.
Reminding you again, Corporate All-Stars are in control of New York Street, and Constant Pursuit has the Brownstone Street.
And it looks like Bill Gardner's still setting up in his ambush. He's trying to ambush these guys from coming in. Oh,
and now
Bill's
we have an
making a
all-star.
move.
Bill's going into the alley.
He's coming through the alley, and I think he's going to run. Oh, he just got run into by a CP player.
So what you're telling me is they don't have to go the full 50 yards around the corner and another 50 yards to get the flag. They can go through the alley.
They can cut through the alley and cut back.
Okay.
Let's see. There should only be about 60 seconds left, and if these guys don't start making a move quickly, this could end in a tie.
And Constant Pursuit just lost another player.
There's another Constant Pursuit player out.
But it's not clear to Fred that all that all 7 of the Corporate All-Star players are out.
Well, Fred doesn't know, and I'm not
saying.
really sure either. There might be one more left. There's the Corporate All-Star players. They're out. There might be one more left. Oh, there it is. So I think that's number 7.
That's all number 7.
I think that's number 7 right there. So Fred, if he's been counting, he should know. He could run right down there and grab that flag and bring it back.
Constant Pursuit is ever vigilant. There goes Fred going for the flag. He's going to try and take that blue flag. He has it. There's 30
now, Fred's
points.
smart. He'll run right down the alley. That's much faster than going all the way back around.
And he must have been reading your mind.
He's got a cover man there.
Going there. Going back to his
Here
flag.
he comes out of the alley. It looks like the alleyway's clear. And the flag
and Constant Pursuit has won. So they've won the entire match. 2 to 1.
2 to 1.
Against the Corporate All-Stars. A time for victory, a time for celebration for Constant Pursuit. That's it. We'll be right back after a short timeout.
One of the most important aspects of playing paintball well is a reliable propellant system for your pistol. The last thing you want in the field is to freeze up, run out of air, or have to worry about being penalized for a fast pistol. With the Air America system, I get up to 1,100 constant, accurate shots with absolutely no problems. The system has never failed me. With Air America, I get the most reliable propellant system on the market today. I don't even play unless I have an Air America system. I'll see you on the field.
Remember how I've been telling you summer's the off-season at Bally's Health Clubs when things slow down and we have our big off-season sale? Remember I said it's the year's best offer, just $18 down and $18 a month? So why aren't you in here? This is your last chance. You know you need to join, so slowly pick up the phone and take advantage of this tremendous deal. But dial fast, because if you think the off-season sale is going to be on long, you're wrong. Don't miss the best offer of the year. Visit Bally's Health Club today or call 1-800-9-GET-FIT now. And hurry, this offer ends soon.
Well, everybody, that wraps up ESPN2's coverage of Paintball USA. The victors were Constant Pursuit, and I know that makes Fred Schultz very happy.
That makes me very happy, but as you could tell, it definitely was not an easy tournament, not at all. First, I want to thank the refs for doing just an outstanding job. I'm sure we all appreciated that. Right. Then I want to thank the Manufacturer All-Star team for taking the time off their busy schedules to come out and do this with it. Thank you very much, gentlemen. And most of all, I want to thank Constant Pursuit for another trophy. Yeah.
Okay, folks, this is Dave for the Deuce saying I'm loading up, I'm ready for bar, and I'm off to play as your captain of the new Deuce Paintball team. Thanks, everybody. Bye-bye-bye.
Paintball USA has been brought to you by ESPN2 and Tippmann Pneumatics. makers of the accurate and dependable Pro-Lite paintball pistol. And Air America, when the game is on the line, go with the best. And by Vents Goggles, high performance vision. Promotional consideration provided by Adidas Sportswear and the Residence Inn by Marriott, Lake Buena Vista, Florida.
Hi there, how you doing? Hey, you know us, don't you? Yes, indeed, we're Sports Night. Yes, that's right. We're the people who really couldn't care less about this bogus baseball strike. Couldn't care less.
We made a proposal to the players that, like any proposal, not perfect.
The owners have very deliberately left the players no choices at all.
I regret that very much.
One wonders if they were truly interested.
You want to know why we're not interested? I'll tell you why. Because we got Rusty Wallace. That's why.